Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Nakiato here, and welcome to episode 30 of the Heroes Hideout Gaming Podcast, where we talk about video games and all of that jazz. I'm Nakiato, your kind host this week, and I am joined by Phyrus, Norgoz, Highsight, Damien, KageUta, and Damien. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hi folks, I'm Phyrus. I am a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, a father of two monsters, a person who's going to be starting to celebrate Hanukkah in a couple days and Christmas a couple days after that.
Oh man, I didn't know you were a Jew.
I'm not. My wife is.
Oh, okay.
So
Does that change things, Knock?
It changes all the things, man.
I'm Jew by proxy.
Okay.
So
that
so
sounds
yeah,
like a song.
it could be. It probably.
Damien's gonna write a song now.
David, you gotta do it.
Lynch on that.
I'm on it.
The Jew by proxy. So that's what's going on. I've been playing a game that's under NDA along with Highsight and a couple of the other folks. We're really enjoying it.
Holy shit!
I'm in it, but I can't.
We're
I
all-
haven't played it yet.
We're all going.
You do not understand how NDAs work.
Oh my
No,
god!
no.
NDAs
As long
work
as
fine.
as long as you don't mention the
I
the
don't
game's
mention the
That's
game.
how
name.
Yeah,
it
you can-
works.
You can say you're playing something. You
Yeah.
just
There's
don't say
like,
what.
there's like a billion games out there
So-
that are under
Okay.
NDA.
I'm
So,
under
I mean-
like 3 NDAs, man. Like I know how NDAs work.
I'm under
Okay.
all kinds at any given point in time. I'm absolutely so
Technically, you're
but
not
this
even
game-
supposed to say that you're under NDA,
under
but
NDA. Exactly.
but-
Thank you.
you're not supposed to say that you're under NDA from a specific company.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
So anyway, this game that we may or may not be playing, we're all really enjoying it or not really
I
enjoying
want to
it.
stream it so
Or
bad.
they haven't played it yet because
Yes.
they suck.
It doesn't
Yes.
exist. Said
But
game does not
anyway,
exist.
we all can't wait to share this game with you all when eventually it does eventually come out the other end.
See, that's why
Um,
I'm gonna stream it. I'm just gonna stream my face.
Horrible idea.
This is all I'm gonna do.
Don't wear
The
glasses.
stream
Terrible
title will
idea.
just be NDA.
All I'm
Everyone
gonna
else
say
in
is
the
Reflection
masks.
in like a painting in the background or some shit, and then
Speaking
they'll
of
be like,
painting,
"Oh,
what
that's
what's that giant ink blot in the background, Knock? You know, if you were my therapist, and you said, "What does this look like?" I would look at you and say,
Oh.
that looks like something I'm gonna go home with.
I've
tonight."
never showed you that before. Hold on, let me
No.
grab that.
no." You showed us.
What are
that.
you doing?
Norgoz is just an
He
idiot.
does. Damn it, Norgoz.
Damn it.
What Norgoz, you were here when he
God.
showed that to us.
Was I? I was not. What are you
Yes.
talking about?
Yeah,
I
That's
think
because
I'm
he's
the
in
one who
a-
should be
I think
asking. I
it's-
wasn't here.
It's because Knox in his new house, so Norgoz hasn't seen it set up like this.
For the audio
Oh, yeah.
listeners, he's out of his seat and he's going back to retrieve a piece of artwork.
Got the
On
play-by-play
his wall.
going on.
And
Now
it
he's
looks like a
showing it.
vagina.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like some.
Actually looks pretty badass.
Yeah, it's the relics from Dead Space.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Surrounded
I've
by
never
a
played
bunch of
Dead
silhouettes
Space,
of people killing each
so-
other.
You know.
Bag of dicks.
Other
Yes, it's
than
not even
playing
5
that
minutes.
game or not playing a game under NDA, I have rounded back to Witcher 3 yet again. I wasn't sure where I ended up, so I started over again. So now I've got 50, almost 60 hours into the game, and I'm not back to where I was the first time. Still enjoying it, but yeah, 60 hours into that game. Which, by the way, won Game of the Year at the VGAs.
Hey, we haven't talked about the VGAs yet. Hold on.
Rightfully so.
Whoa.
Hold up.
Spoiler. Sorry.
Whoa.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Considering that this is a couple days ago, and you're watching this, you probably knew that already. But anyway, what else is going on? Not much. In finals
oh my
week,
god!
starting again. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm done.
I'll be back.
Oh,
I'll just.
Wait, no, you're next though, I thought.
You're next,
You are
guys.
literally
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
guy
get
talking
back.
now.
you fucking twat.
Pinch it off,
It's,
man.
Wow.
it's not even been 5 minutes. We've already made a joke about. We've already made a reference to bag of dicks, a twat, and fucking toilet humor, all in the same fucking.
Don't
minute.
forget.
Well, you're
Don't
on the
forget
show,
about Jews,
guys.
man. We talked
And
about
the
Jews too.
And the
NDA Jews.
This is like the.
Or was that
I
toilet
swear,
humor? Which one was that?
Once I finally like get to be a really
No
big
offense to
streamer, I'm
Jews.
gonna look back and somebody's gonna gonna be like, yeah, we would support you and we would definitely sponsor you, but you were a part of this podcast that was like completely sexist and racist and God only knows what else, and that's just within like 60 seconds of one episode.
Hey,
that we
man.
watched.
Guys,
Man,
guys, have you
Hold on,
never
every one of
watched
your
your own?
streams?
that is more
Isn't that your own
spoilers.
stream?
That's
It
more.
feels so
just-
backwards. I thought Norgoz was supposed to offend thee, and instead he's defending thee. What's happening?
I know,
What the
right?
hell's wrong
I'm a
here?
white knight right now. I will become the Black Knight once we get into the news. Don't
Oh
worry.
man,
It's okay.
That's
oh,
racist.
Dude, just wait till the end of the show when we start
You mean
talking
start
about
shit your
fucking
night?
like female harassment and feminism and all
Oh,
that again. It's
no,
gonna
keep
be
that
great.
out.
Play that
Damn it.
Gamergate, for fuck's sakes.
Oh.
Anyway,
What?
all right, so
Gamergate? What? Huh?
Back just in time for
I am-
Gaz.
Anita
Gaz's
Sarkeesian's
favorite
hero? What?
I am not going to do this. I am the Norgoz, and I am the reason that we're late today. Sorry to those of you that are watching live. It's my fault. Apparently, Audacity doesn't like Windows 10, and I can't get it to work. I've tried driver issues, compatibility settings, ad running as
Get
admin,
closer to your
everything.
mic, motherfucker.
Hi, is this any better? Do
Much.
you like it? Do you like that?
Well, it's better, but
Is it
still,
better right now?
you're whispering. You
I'm
son
not
of a
whispering,
bitch.
goddammit. I swear I'm not whispering.
You
You're,
need to explain
you know
the
what?
science
Fuck
of
all of you.
sound to Norgoz.
I will project my. I will just start. I
called
will just yell
attenuation.
the entire time
This is
because
what you were
apparently.
doing. You
Guys,
were
breathe
whispering
from the diaphragm.
into it.
Oh,
Breathe from the diaphragm.
Project your voice.
I
I'm just
forgot
gonna-
how chaotic
man.
this show is when we
Yeah,
have everybody
exactly.
here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Crazy.
I
The
missed it so
introduction
much.
is ridiculous. We can't even get through the damn. I am Norgoz. I've been playing Devilian this week. If you don't know what Devilian is, it's an ARPG. It's very awesome. I did a rap about it on live stream, and it was actually
Oh,
kind
God,
of
my
silly,
ears.
but
It's
fun.
not as white as I
It
would
was
have
actually-
thought.
It was actually not, exactly. Highsight was there. Not as white as I would have thought. I'm going to take that quote and we'll
Well, you
we'll
didn't
keep
know
that one
he
forever.
grew up. He grew up in the ghetto, man. So
In the
Pretty much.
ghetto.
Yep.
And Bubble cried.
That was no that's hashtag racist. Anyway, so Devilian
That's hashtag Elvis.
Devilian is coming up on Sunday, guys. Trion World is doing a big event on Sunday. They're going to be promoting a lot of streamers. There's going to be some not game giveaways, Founders Pack giveaways. They're doing their live stream. I think it's 9 Pacific, or is it Central? Probably know that by now, but they're going to be doing their live stream that night, and they're going to be doing giveaways and stuff that night too. So keep an eye out for it. You know, your boy's going to be streaming on Sunday, so come out and support. It looks like a very promising game. It's going to be free to play. Early access starts the 8th. Very good, very good, solid
Sundays.
build, I think. So
isn't there another game that you should be playing on a Sunday?
actually, we can talk about that
The
another
fucking
time.
church game? Get yourself to church, guys. No, I'm fucking.
No.
Binding of Isaac.
Who needs
We
it?
talked-
What?
Actually, I got so
I
if
missed
you're
something.
so if your name is Isaac and you shoot a porno and you're into BDSM, would you call that the Binding of Isaac?
I don't know what you get with the copyright for that.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's where your
Uh,
mind goes first. I love it.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
The
call it
Isaac of
caning
Binding,
Isaac.
then. There you go. The Isaac of Binding. There you go. Fantastic. All right, so
Caning,
anyway,
caning.
There you go.
Yeah, the canning of Isaac. There you go.
and I am with these clowns today. I don't know how this happened, but I'm gonna
I love how
let
you
you
try to
guys
put
move
yourself on a
forward and
pedestal
move on
above us.
because I'm just like, yeah, I'm sober today for once, so
And
Well,
it
there's
hurts
the
him
problem.
so much.
that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. So
Go
Stops
over.
drinking,
Go,
computer
go
stops
into your
working.
kitchen right now. Go find some vodka or some fucking whiskey or something.
I
Start
have
drinking.
nothing. I have a bottle of wine that's like 3 days old.
Drink it.
That's been open.
Drink
for 3
it.
days.
Drink it now.
I want to go. I want to go
I-
somewhere after the show. Damn it! I got shit to do.
You'll have
I
an
don't
hour
condone
to
this.
sober up after
Who's next?
drinking. Come on.
Well, guys, you could have already been fucking sober and gone if we didn't
I
have
know,
to wait
right?
for like 2 hours.
Exactly.
It hasn't
I'm
been
sorry.
2 hours. It's been 1 hour.
It has
Yeah,
been
it's been
2
1
hours,
hour.
dude.
What do you mean it's been 2 hours?
No,
No,
no.
we started.
No,
we started.
you started
we-
setup 2 hours ago. We were supposed to
Yes.
be live an hour and a half ago.
Thank you. Thank you.
Heroes Hideout, arguing over timing semantics.
Yes.
So my
This is
name
what
is
goes on in the
Highsight,
background.
and
Ah,
I may or
Highsight.
may not be playing a game that it may or may not currently be my crack. It is kind of the most overly addictive
What?
substance I have seen since World of Warcraft, having never played World of Warcraft. So, yeah. It's pretty
I don't
wonderful.
think you're allowed to
I would
say
love
that
to
if
be
you
shown.
haven't played World of Warcraft.
But I've seen what it does
You
to
can't
other people.
compare
See, I
a
can say,
game under
I can
NDA
say
that you're not
heroin's
supposed to talk to.
addictive, but I've never had heroin.
He watched.
But how do you
South
know
Park.
heroin's addictive if
knows?
you've never had it?
I've met
Man.
heroin. You know what, Knock? I'll let you prove it to me. How about that? How about I get you
That's
some
like-
heroin? We'll see how that plays out.
It's like saying something that tastes like ass. It's like, where's your reference point to that?
I can legitimately
never mind.
say stuff tastes like ass. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
put
I've
that out
eaten
there.
donkey.
Oh, well,
Let's not
you,
go
you
there.
can't. Apparently, you can't tell a woman that, even if it's a compliment. Like this dish tastes like your ass. I sincerely hope it doesn't taste like ass. I said your ass. I will come give you a compliment for fuck's sake.
No, guys.
I don't.
Just no.
I don't like where this
No,
is
no.
going. Can we,
This
can
took
we
a
move
turn.
on?
Well, I want to at least try to get my intro done. All right,
You
so
weren't done yet?
Come on, man.
I do indie games. I love indie games. Indie games fun. Hooray, hooray. I guess that's the extent of the
We all
intro.
suck.
And now I'm done.
highsight.tv.
Yeah, try figuring out the spelling. HIGHSIGHT.TV.
Oh god.
I
Don't
have
mistake
fucked
it with-
myself on that name.
Don't mistake it with hindsight.
Hindsight,
Yeah,
highlights. What was the other one? Time of Life. Anyway,
Midnight.
so that's Highsight in a
Are you
High
nutshell.
life.
Who's next?
Yay,
I
Highsight.
think I'm next. I'm Cage, gamer,
Rage
streamer,
Cage.
kind of. I'm trying to get back into streaming, but it's actually requires work. Who knew?
I know, but you sound
but-
so good this week, man.
I know because I got a new microphone.
Oh, your new mic's
Helps.
sexy. Whatever it is, it sounds so much
it's
better than
not.
your headset.
It is
No,
nice.
Damien, you
Sounds
shut
better.
up.
It's
You
not.
hate everything. You hate
no,
everything.
You gotta fix it, man.
Go
Go down
ultimate.
that path.
Yeah, says the one that spent 15 minutes trying to figure out why his fucking mic was going.
That's not my fucking mixer. That's Windows being a piece of shit.
Wow. Oh. Okay.
Anyways,
The
yeah. So
ultimate microphone
My mix is
experience.
good. I'm sorry, Windows sucks donkey dick. I can't fucking help that.
Is it
Heroes
Donkey
Hideout,
Dong or Donkey
microphone wars.
I'm
Anyway.
Night at the Heroes Hideout.
Live
So
or
this is what it felt like when you guys were
recorded.
trying to do your part.
We don't
Okay.
have all the shit sorted. That was the biggest lie you've ever told, Damien.
Right?
We don't have
Ryan,
believe that.
it doesn't
We're
matter
late
if it's
every
true.
fucking week. Every goddamn week we're fucking late.
Yeah, well,
Every
that
damn
was
week.
whose fucking fault was it this week, Norgoz?
Hey, it was Audacity's. Fucking Audacity's to support Windows 10. It's not my fault that the fucking software sucks.
I'm
okay?
on Windows
Uh-huh.
10. I'm running Audacity.
So
Yeah,
am I.
I can't.
Windows 10 running Audacity.
I
It
don't
just
know
doesn't
why it doesn't
support
work. for me.
gingers.
What did you call me?
Oh.
Wow. I don't even know what you.
Nobody
I know what
really
you're trying to
supports
say.
gingers, so I'm just gonna.
Oh.
We had to get the ethnicity in too while we're spreading it around.
You know, I saw a ginger the other day at work,
Oh,
and I was
God.
like, I wonder if he knows Norgoz.
He's probably my cousin.
He's on the registry.
He's on the ginger register. Yeah, we just need to have a counter up here in the corner every time we go on a rant about why we hate Windows. Bing! Windows again. Bing!
I was thinking to
Oh,
have
listen.
one that's just like, how many times are we casually racist?
Casually.
We need a token black guy and a chick. That way we can be somewhat diverse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
one
just a
second.
black chick. Problem
Wait a
solved.
second.
Double
I'll-
whammy.
There you go.
I got my wig right here. Just give me. No, I'm joking.
Oh wait, that's a bra.
He's
Shit.
gonna represent. And Damien will put a wig on and represent the LGBT community because somebody has
I
to
already
represent
do.
them. Okay, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
That's my
Maybe
thing.
more.
Is I like every podcast I have to say one LGBT thing.
He does. He's got a devotion. He is determined and committed.
I'm telling you
Get
guys,
outta
a
here.
So
blatant-
Cage has an
Alright.
intro to do. That's-
No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're done.
I made it.
You're
I
done?
made it pretty far there. I'm
Cage
good.
didn't get very far before he got interrupted.
But,
we are very
yeah, so-
much.
Are you done? Are you done? I will end you.
All right. I think it's Damien. Go. Just
No,
fucking-
I'm not done. No, fuck you.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Then finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Anyways, I may or may not have been playing games, certain games, and I've also been playing the new Payday heists because they're pretty cool. And now I'm done because screw you guys.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Kojima.
I will
Kojima
murder
was-
you.
Kojima had one of the best games. of the
Damien,
year,
go.
Okay.
Okay, hi, my name's Damien. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 and also.
Ah!
Yeah, that's good.
And also,
Oh my god!
and also,
Well,
some
that
other
just spiked
games.
all the fucking sound.
Pretty
Thank
sure
you.
everybody
I'm
who was
sorry, Phyrus.
listening to the recording afterwards have just hit the stop button. You know that little square button that's red.
Oh, that was
I
like
am,
5 or 10 minutes ago, guys.
Virus will fix
Well,
it. Virus will
So,
fix it.
so I'm making music. I'm doing originals, and you're gonna be seeing those pretty soon. Probably not for a little while because for Christmas I'm getting a MIDI keyboard that has pressure pads and stuff, so I'll be able to do drums a little bit better. And I'm probably gonna wait till I have that to finish up some songs I've been working on. And other than that, I've been playing like Jack in the Box Party Pack. That's pretty fun.
That's a great game.
And
I am terrible at that game.
That game is
And,
fucking fantastic.
I got a new guitar. I think I had that last week though, or last time we
did.
recorded. So I showed that off. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Hooray! All right, and I guess it is my turn. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nakiato. I am your host for this very fucking unprofessional podcast that we call the Heroes Hideout. Welcome! We sometimes talk about gaming, if you haven't fucking noticed that yet. And this week, what have I been doing? I have been doing not too much, quite honestly. I have been trying to figure out a way to record fucking gameplay from my phone because I'm gonna start doing video game reviews from mobile game reviews and gameplay stuff and all of that jazz. And I got this goddamn HDMI to USB cable. It's called an MHL cable. Motherfucker has HDCP on it, so I can't even fucking record off that now. So I'm pissed about that fucking purchase. Just like, motherfucker, why do you
You
need
say
to
that like
protect
everyone
this
knows
shit?
what that means, though. That's what I love about
It is okay. It has protection. It's like I don't know.
Whoa!
There you go.
Yep,
Good.
it has
Double wrap that
protection.
bad boy.
Just
How you
fucking
doing?
somebody threw a condom on it and like heated it up and stuck it on as soon as so you can't even take that bitch off. It's really annoying.
Do you heat up your condoms?
They did on that one,
Wow.
so you can't remove it. Yeah, it's really frustrating. Really
That is
frustrating.
frustrating.
shrink wrap.
They shrink wrapped it. Yeah.
It's not even fun at that point.
If you
I'll shrink your wrap in a
if
minute.
you've ever
boy.
tried to pull it off the head of, it's not fun. It's not fun. It just doesn't pull off.
You just
at
got to
that
put the
point.
next one on the
You're making it
top
sound like
of
you
it.
stuck your dick in a microwave.
Yeah. It's
Hey,
kind
who
of-
hasn't really?
it kind
Who
of-
hasn't?
Who has it?
Yeah, I
But
mean,
a little bit how it feels when you fucking purchase something so you can record something and then no you can't because they threw protection on it because they're a bunch of assholes. But yeah, so I'm looking at doing
Not
some
bitter.
of that stuff. I have been playing a fucking shit ton of a game called Call of Champions. We've actually talked about it on the podcast before. It's done by a couple Sony developers left Sony and then started working on a MOBA for your phone. It's a 5-minute MOBA, and it's pretty goddamn fun. So that's really all I've been doing at work is just playing that fucking game. That and Vainglory. Those are fun. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to doing some shit like video shit on that later at some point in time. But yeah, so that's my intro, and yeah, let's hop into some news. You guys think news sounds like a good idea? Yeah,
Eventually, yeah.
eventually.
That's what this podcast is about.
One of
I can
these
see the,
motherfucking times.
I can see the dick in the microwave being like a commercial. It's like, open your pants, boop, boop, da, pop it in the microwave, ding, ding, now it's done. And then it's like, it just shows like an exploded dick.
It's like
And
a
the
hot
kids are
potato.
like,
You got to put it in the sleeve first.
"Yay!"
All right, yeah. Well, welcome to the Heroes
Christopher
Hideout Gaming
sleeve.
Podcast, where we're now going to talk about
Yeah,
fucking.
it's got one of the hot pocket sleeves. And it's just somebody putting that on.
I'm moving to the news. Moving to the news now. Let's get through this. We have actually quite a bit to cover because of the fucking Game Awards, 2015 Game Awards, and the PlayStation Experience that just happened earlier today. So we're going to cover the Game Awards first. I want to go ahead and talk about the games, which games won in their respective categories, and then we'll talk about them. So the one that won Game of the Year this year is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. You know, you guys know that because we fucking spoiled that about 15 minutes ago. Developer of the year is CD Projekt Red. Best independent game is Rocket League. Best mobile/handheld game is Lara Croft Go.
Oh, no wonder.
Best narrative is Her Story. Best art direction, Ori and the Blind Forest. And as soon as I saw that one pop up, I was like, I know fucking Damien was just in the corner going, woo!
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Wow.
Best art direction was Ori and the Blind Forest.
that's not Damien's.
That's Cage. You
Oh,
fuck.
wait,
You fuck.
So we have this
Y'all look
ongoing
alike.
You're the
internal
one that's
joke that
talked
we always
about this
confuse
before.
those two.
I've never
No,
talked about
no,
Ori and the
just
Blind Forest.
Yes, you have.
I've never played it.
Undertale.
What the fuck?
You're thinking of
He was
No,
totally
no, I'm
Undertale.
not.
Yeah,
Never
several
played
months
Ori and
back.
the Blind Forest.
Best
Never.
score/soundtrack goes
Love it.
to Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Best performance goes to Viva, and I don't know her fucking name.
Seifert.
It's from Her Story. Games of Change Award, or Games for Change Award.
Oh,
Life
God.
is Strange. Best shooter. Oh, they didn't put the fucking winner on there.
Splatoon.
Fuck. Okay, Splatoon. then.
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
I love that game.
Best
That's me.
action adventure
Woo,
game.
Splatoon.
Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Best role-playing game. They didn't put the winner on there either.
So Witcher 3 again.
The Witcher 3. Best fighting game. Mortal Kombat X. Best family game. Super Mario Maker. Best
Definitely not something I'd
sports/racing
play.
racing game. Rocket League. Best multiplayer. Splatoon. Most anticipated game. No Man's Sky. Fuck, Jesus, everybody's
Yeah.
fucking going crazy over that. Esports Player of the Year, Kenny Shrub. I'm skipping over the esports shit.
Fucking Kenny.
Trending Gamer is Greg Miller. He was up against PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Total Biscuit.
Yeah.
And
Who
fucking
was?
Greg Miller won. That's crazy.
And I don't even know who he is.
Greg
I know
Miller
who everyone
was-
else is on that.
Greg Miller is one of the IGN editors that was doing a lot of PlayStation related stuff. Him and
Yeah.
Colin Moriarty left and started
Kind of funny.
Kind of Funny
okay.
Games. That's who Greg Miller is.
It honestly
Right.
makes sense that he got that out of the rest of them because the rest of them aren't trending. They've already become a trend. He's the newcomer, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it
and
makes
then
sense.
best fan creation is Portal Stories. So yeah. All right. And
Which I
that-
think is free on Steam if you're interested in that. It's a
believe
mod.
so.
It's a mod that's based on Portal 2, and it's a whole scenario, a whole setup game on that, and it's free on Steam if I'm correct.
What?
You are
I need
absolutely
to
correct.
find this.
Yeah.
Right
Are
on
you
Steam.
still
Portal
there?
Stories, Mel.
There it is. Neat.
Yay! Awards.
So what do you guys think about The Witcher 3 winning Game of the Year?
Justified.
It doesn't surprise me.
Doesn't
There
surprise
were only like 2 other contenders that I could think of, Fallout being one of them.
me.
Fallout didn't qualify. They came out too late.
Yeah, Fallout was too.
No,
The
I
year's
think
not even
Fallout was-
over yet.
They qualified. They're on that
They
list.
qualified. They were
just-
on the list
Are
for a
they?
couple things.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah.
think they qualified for these awards. Okay.
yeah, they were listed on the ballot.
They just didn't win any of them.
They fell on. They were nominated for Game of the Year with
They should've-
Bloodborne and Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I'm
should have
surprised.
been out
Usually, like for
there
example, with the
sooner.
Emmys, they usually cut people off around November and then put them in the pool for the next year because you don't have enough time to actually absorb and you don't want to get
This
caught
is-
up in the hype of a game.
This isn't the Emmys.
Granted,
We are
but it's
way
pretty
cooler
standard
than
awards
Emmys.
thing.
Those are run by old people.
The same people that try to troubleshoot device drivers and shit.
Oh
Before,
god damn it, Norgoz.
podcasts.
Okay, so don't talk about shit people not or don't talk about fucking people not being able to fix problems with computers when you were even like, does my video
I
driver
was just referencing
does my video
myself.
driver automatically update my audio driver? Yeah, I think it does. Oh wait.
Yeah.
No.
I use a
Naki's not
separate
holding a
audio
grudge or anything.
driver,
No.
but your NVIDIA card does have an audio driver. God damn it.
So anyway, Witcher 3. I'm surprised that it won over Batman: Dark Knight because Dark Knight was such a well-released game and
Especially on PC, yeah.
embraced by the populace.
You mean Arkham Knight?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Um,
One
yeah,
of those.
It's so perfectly executed.
One of
Witcher
those
3
fucking games.
Witcher 3 is such a beautiful game. It's got good storylines. It's got good quests. It was really well done on all the different consoles. They put out free DLC for the first three months of release. I think they did pretty much everything well in this game, except for a couple things that I had problems with compatibility with my rig here. But still, I'm like I said, I'm going back to the game right now. I didn't even know it was going to win, but I felt the need to go back and fully experience this game. It's a huge world. You can spend days just doing side quest shit, which is the kind of game that I love.
Which is
like
exactly why I couldn't play it for more than a couple hours. It's just
I
like,
mean,
fuck.
yeah, different strokes. But I think this game touched a nerve with a lot of different players, and I'm not surprised. And I think it was well deserved to win.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have seen it
that
stacked
whole
up
big
against an Elder Scrolls game. Honestly, you could argue Fallout is what I'm saying in terms of like lore and giant stuff. It would be pretty cool to see those two go head to head. You know.
The Witcher 3 because the combat doesn't suck. But yeah.
Well,
That's fair.
Witcher 3's combat is come a long way from Witcher 1. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Witcher 1's combat was fucking horrendous. Witcher
Yeah, we don't
2 combat still pretty bad, but not as bad.
It's more freeform at least.
And then 3's combat feels pretty goddamn solid. I'll give it that.
It's solid. It's not the best combat. I mean, it takes a little bit of stuff from like the Batman series or the Assassin's Creed with the parry repost kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But with the fact that you're not just fighting humans all the time makes it a lot more challenging because you're fighting all sorts of different monsters that attack in different ways. They're swarm monsters or they're brute monsters. And then there's I'm not going to get into it anyway. So yeah, that was good. I think they definitely deserved that. The other ones that stood out to me was the Rocket League for best indie game. I'm
Well
surprised that I mean, they did great. They marketed it well. They got the product out there by giving it free on PS Plus, free on PS Plus to get it out in the hands, and it really took off. And now they're gonna make an Xbox port, which may or may not have cross-play compatibility with the PC and the PS4 crowd as well.
I can pretty much guarantee you that game's not going to have it.
No.
But still, I mean, they're making it into two of the three consoles right now, and the PC on top. So they've done well. And
Two of the three consoles. Are you including the Wii in that? The Wii U? I wouldn't consider that a console at this point.
Nintendo hater. Nintendo hater.
Splatoon
Blind
just
hate.
got best
Seriously.
multiplayer combat game.
What more do you
There
want?
There you go. There you go.
That is
relevant.
a fair point, but still, like that console has sold what 10 million in. Fuck,
Hey, they
what's
sold-
it been?
What
Like
Wii
4
does
years
is
now?
Wii does Nintendo games well. Okay, you make a Nintendo console, you expect the Nintendo games to be good. That's about the only main reason you get them. But the thing is, they've been going above and beyond lately with things such as what's the new one that just came out? Xenoblade Chronicles X apparently is one of the best RPGs in a long time. Like that's
But-
saying something.
Could you not see Rocket League on the Wii U? I mean, it would work.
I
it would
totally
perfect.
could. I mean, think about it. You could get both camera views by having one on the tablet and one on the TV, and then you won't have to keep them switching cameras. You can see from both point of views whenever you want.
It'd be great if you're a chameleon and you have one eye watching your tablet and then the
Yeah.
other one.
That's what I do.
There you go.
I just
Like
hold
a
I hold the
boss.
tablet like really close like this. I use it like a Google Glass. I hang it from like a hat right here.
Or you
know?
need like a Dragon Ball Z scouter.
Yeah, that works too.
Has anyone
going-
played the Lara Croft Go? Because I played
I haven't
Hitman
played
Go.
that, but I want to,
and-
before you go there, I do want to say in terms of the best independent game list alone, I'm very impressed with the nominees they compiled because these are all really heavy hitters. This game, it could have been Axiom Verge, it could have been Ori and the Blind Forest, it could have been Undertale, and it could have been Her Story, which I haven't actually played yet. But all of those
I knew
games,
nothing about fucking Her Story until this
I
happened,
knew
and I
about
was
it. I
like,
still haven't played Yeah.
We talked
Okay.
about it once.
Who was
I know
that?
we had mentioned it, but I've never
I
looked
don't think
into
any of
it.
us played it.
The guy that we had as a guest that has the gaming with his wife or his girlfriend.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah, he did a series on that. He did a couple videos on that. Basically,
I saw some
it's
reviews for it. It looked really neat. It was a narrative set in like a. You looked at case interviews of a crime, and you tried to determine the mystery, basically based off of video evidence and the video interviews between the characters, which is why it had such a heavy emphasis on acting, because it was all live action acting, which is a very impressive and ambitious thing for an indie game to do.
So,
You were talking about My Fair Gamer, right?
yes.
Okay, just making sure people knew who he is, so
Yeah.
in case you were wondering, cross promotion. Yay, we're good people. We haven't made a video in a while, but
We try to be
So-
sometimes.
but it's good stuff.
what's the Games for Change award? What is their
I'll tell you what that is. And I don't know why they didn't just call it this, because this is
Their
honestly what
focus.
it is. It's female protagonist based games. That is exactly what they should have called it, because every one of the nominations were exactly that. Female protagonist based games.
Undertale's main character is not female.
Isn't
Are
she?
you sure?
I'm
I'm-
positive Undertale is a gender neutral character.
Even still,
Frisk is.
first glance.
Because I know skeletons dig the main character. I guess that would be gender neutral.
Yeah, they're designed to be LGBT friendly, gender neutral character.
All right.
Fair
well,
enough, but I still
just-
maintain that they had that in mind. It's just the idea of non-male protagonists. So you could call it that if you wanted to. but-
Sure.
Well,
I don't
if
call
we
it
want to
anything.
call it that, I mean, like, then where's the fucking award for best male protagonist?
Well, I think
No,
it's
I'm not saying there
the
should
whole
be.
thing is the
I'm-
fact that
Well, no. He's entirely right, because again, I picture this kind of like an Emmy-style award show where they have best male actor, best female actor. Why couldn't they do the same thing for games? If anything,
They
it would
did.
promote
It's
more
in-
female-based.
It's in
games.
the next category, best shooter. That's your best male protagonist right there.
No, I mean.
what about Splatoon though? Splatoon
Yeah.
is in there.
Yep.
Splatoon sounds too much like a
Splatoon's-
porno.
Well, maybe if
You're not
you
entirely
put your
wrong.
mind over there. I never thought of it that way. Gross ginger over there.
But it's
I
got
got nothing.
squids. It's like tentacle porn. So
I mean,
I honestly
I
have
guess.
nothing against whatsoever what they called it. I just think it would make more sense if they decided, well, if you want to have, starring non-male protagonists, then come up with something
Right.
that's
I
straightforward and
think
says
I think
that.
they should have named it more appropriately. I think Games for Change, the scope of that could be, I don't know, more than that.
the Anita Sarkeesian champion
oh,
award.
God.
Oh
Well,
god, no,
I
no.
feel
no,
like-
Let's not go that
please,
far.
Please,
I
let's
feel
not-
like it's just because didn't they have that one chick from that game where she's gay or whatever? Right.
That's very vague.
The
Whatever. And then
Life
you
is
have a
Strange?
gender neutral, yeah. And then you have a gender neutral character, and then I don't know.
I
No, there's-
honestly never knew
I
that
got
about
people
Undertale, so
talking
that's very
behind me,
interesting to
I'm sorry.
know.
Yeah, I thought it was a female protagonist. I learned something today.
I only played about an hour or two of it, but yeah, I wasn't
No.
sure what gender that character was either.
The thing is, it seems so heavily implied just because of all the
It's
dating and
not.
everything like that. No, I mean, just from that point of view of like the dating and everything with Papyrus, who clearly is trying to come off as a male character.
Or you're a gay male. I mean, it's not even like you're
Mass
actually
Effect.
dating him though, because you're a
No, you're
fucking
not at all. He has
child.
no idea. But that's spoilers. But I don't want to go into that. But yeah, I mean,
like that.
I mean,
it makes
it's playful. It's not seriously dating somebody. It's a joke.
no, it's not.
So.
it
You're
it
right.
makes sense to throw a gender neutral character into something like that, though. I mean, fuck, that's one of the reasons why we have mute characters, in voice acted games, because it allows you to put your own spin, your own voice, and what you think you would say in that certain situation in place of, the lack thereof fucking
Right.
voice acting.
Sure.
Which I feel like that's kind of, if you ever play Undertale, that's the whole purpose, is it's like a completely do what you want to do game,
In living color.
To interrupt you. Sorry.
Wow.
Great for the old people.
All I want to say is just that I so here's the deal. So with the whole male female thing, it's always going to lead, if we bring up gender, it's always going to lead up into Gamergate in some way, shape, or form.
Well,
And
when
then,
you
of
say
course,
that,
the
yeah,
sure.
when you full on just
Say
straight out say
Gamergate
it.
in the
It
conversation.
does.
Yeah,
It ultimately leads to a question.
Well, you're just
of,
trying to cut to the chase. Is that it?
Is this like a whole sexist thing? And I'm just sick of the
Is what a
whole
sexist
sexist
thing?
racist stuff because it's a PC, it's a politically correct thing that I think is more in line with the United States than other places in the world. Now, do I know that to be fact? No, but this place is so fucking set on everything in the world being PC.
What
We got to be PC about everything. I'm just sick of this shit.
I
It's
think it's
that
more
You're a
having-
about-
male. If you're a male, you're a male. If you're a female, you're female. You don't have to. If a story has a male as the protagonist, that's the story that the person wrote. The person that wrote the story, they could be female. Does that make it more okay than if it was a male writing it? It shouldn't fucking matter. It's a
I don't think
goddamn
that's
video
the
game.
The story's good.
I don't think that's.
I
the
mean,
Yeah.
when
point.
I was playing
having
Undertale with the impression that my character was a female, I really didn't care. I didn't care at all.
Right.
So it's like,
I mean,
whatever.
I get what they're trying to do with this specific award. You know, they're trying to
I
recognize
hate that it's
the
an
people
award.
that
I fucking hate that it's an award.
that are not a male gender, that are trying to step out of those bounds of you're just another fucking bro. You know, I get it, but at the same time, the only reason that exists is because of the stupid fucking arguments we're having here over in the West. The dumb, irrelevant shit that shouldn't be going on in the first place because it's dumb. You know, nobody gives a fuck. Well, except for the ones that are freaking out about it online. But
right.
I don't.
what's
don't
ironic
know.
is
I
people never
feel
really
like,
want to bring Bay and. Oh, go ahead, Damien. I'll let you have
Oh,
this one.
sorry. No, I'll. You can go right after me. Okay. I feel like
Donna.
having a single category for games that don't fit the norm. I know that's a fucking buzzword. Whatever. Fuck it. Norm of what
Mhm.
a game is right now and has been is not that big of a deal. But I feel like if you turned it into a big thing and you're like, all games should be like this, then it is. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do. They're just like, hey, these games have a different narrative.
I
And
You
just
know what's
think-
ironic is we used to call those games indie games.
Indie games.
Now
Yep.
use its
Yeah.
own thing.
Well, that goes back to the political correctness thing. I mean, before it was it was named different terminology. Now it's politically correct. I mean, it's all bullshit and it's bad for you.
I mean,
So,
do,
Honestly,
you-
that's
do you
a
guys?
Harlem reference,
fully,
but-
I support this award if only because it means more creative games are going to come from it. People are going to see this and say, "Hey, I can make good publicity if I create a game that is more in tune with how I want to see things." And for a while, that used to not be the thing. For a while, it used to be, "Nope, we have to do it based off profit margins and what's going to sell the
Right.
best just because it's the most known."
It
Now it's
still
the exact
happens.
opposite. Now we're taking it and saying, "Well, the unknown sells just as well, in some cases better than the known." So shoot for the moon.
Yeah.
I mean,
For me, this is just a matter of verbiage.
do you happen to remember Star? No, not Fez.
God.
Do you happen to remember oh fuck, shit.
Star Fox.
Star Wars.
No, not Star Fox.
Star Citizen.
Star Wars coming out soon.
Last
there was
Starfighter.
there was Warhawk, and then there was
Wing Commander.
Wing Commander.
no. The same
Are you talking
about
developer
the one
of
where you
Warhawk
get
made another
Planet
game.
Side.
No,
fuck.
you could like drop bases and stuff.
No, it
That was Warhawk.
Warhawk was about flying around in a fucking spaceship. Hold on,
Okay, let's just block Nakiato out of here for
So
a second.
do you think that most publishers would go for a game if you went for it and said like, oh, the character is trans or is whatever?
There
already
is a
have your
game
answer.
like that.
Damn it, I just lost the game. It's Life is Strange is a prime example of that because
Yep,
a lot of developers straight up said no, we will not do this unless you change the protagonist to a male. And
publishers, not developers. but
publisher.
yeah.
Sorry.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying is like having this as a category for awards makes it so people are aware that these games can and do sell and they're good games.
Right,
What's
but
really
why can't they
interesting
just be
is,
in the category with everyone else?
Yeah,
Could
they're
be.
making,
Last
it's
of Us.
making it a big deal. I think it's the verbiage. Games for change. It
Yeah,
is
it's
I
more
mean,
the
if it-
wording.
It's the wording. It's the verbiage. That's what I say. It's a verbiage issue. Is
I
that
don't
Right.
see
I
how
know it
being
sounds
for
picky or
change
whatever, but
is a negative thing.
I'll tell you what. It's not because it's like
Gender focused.
yeah. It's because it becomes it's more for gender focused stuff or whatever. So for PC shit. If it was games
When you
for
have a
change
gender
or something
inequality
for,
in games, that's not a bad thing.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I fucking found it. So, the original one was called was called Warhawk. The second game was called Starhawk. Starhawk was the same basic idea, but they made the protagonist they made the protagonist a black male, and nobody cared when they were first showing the game off until they started to have a discussion about how he is a black male and how they're trying to show equality in video games and shit. And them saying that and telling people that's the reason they put him in the game was what stirred up a bunch of fucking controversy at the time of releasing fucking Starhawk. Nobody cared about it beforehand. There was no fucking controversy until they started fucking publicly announcing that was the reason why. And the same kind of shit is going on now in video games, but when we're talking about female fucking protagonists. If you put a female in a game, fucking cool, but don't fucking don't go on fucking websites and go blah 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 blah. We put it in here because fucking feminism, like don't do that. And that's what a lot of people are doing nowadays.
Bad PR.
Sure, yeah.
Just fucking stop, If, like Gaz had said earlier, if you want to put a female in there, do it. If you want to put a male in there, do it. If you want the fucking main thing to be about, like, this guy that goes around just killing people and having sex, God of War style, who the fuck cares? It's a game. It's fun. I don't know.
It's your opportunity to be someone different. If that someone different is somebody that you want to, like, dictate who that person is, that takes away from your experience of the game, and you obviously have no business playing, that type of video game. If you want to do like an RPG where you create your own character or whatever, go do that. But if you want a story to play out the way that you want it to play out, go make your own fucking game.
I feel like The Walking Dead is the best example of having a minority main character done right, because it's not ever really a central point of focus that the character you play as is a black male, but instead what it is just it's just an aspect of the character, and it plays out as such. It's never really brought up in many ways aside from when other characters interact with each other. It's just
right. I mean, as playing him, you don't really consider it. I mean, you realize that he is because of his color and his voice acting. But the only time you really are aware of it is when you get the big fat white racist guy, and he's the one we were stuck in the freezer with.
He was a dick.
But
I mean, and that
other than that, or when strangers see you with this little girl, sometimes they give you a sideways glance about, is that your daughter? Because she doesn't look exactly like your daughter.
Yeah.
And they start wondering. But like you said, it was done really well in Walking Dead, because it wasn't a main focus of his identity. Even the fact that he was possibly a felon was more part of his identity in that game than the fact that he was a black male.
I feel like the second one did that in the same kind of way, but as, a little girl instead. You playing as a little girl, it didn't fucking detract from the story of you playing the fucking character. It never made you feel like, oh, I'm playing this fucking weak, defenseless little person, I mean,
that's actually an ironic thing. I didn't think they did The Walking Dead season 2 nearly as well because you were playing as Clementine. Now, hear me out. It's because you played as Clementine acting like an adult all the time. She never had answers like a kid would have. She straight up acted like an adult with every answer she gave.
She didn't have a chance to be a kid.
That's not the point. The point is she didn't have a chance to understand some of the
things. You're just saying her responses were unrealistic?
Yes, that is what I'm getting at. I feel like they somehow aged her like 12 years.
Not
within
necessarily.
The span of a
I mean,
month.
if you go back and you pick different choices, there were choices where she would try and seem like an adult, but the way she said things and the way she acted was childish. And it definitely played off of that. It was all just on the choices that you picked. If you had the more mature character, it's because that is the choice style that you went with.
But I mean, there is literally a point where she is leading her group. Now, bear in mind, this is a group of adults being led by, what was she, like a 9 or 10-year-old kid?
Well, if she was a survivor, if she's been through it, she had the experience, and those folks didn't. So, I mean, if they realized that, they might be more willing to listen to her.
But
But I
they're
mean,
also survivors. That's the thing. They're adult survivors. You'd think they'd automatically want to overrule her, but because the developers want to put you in a position of power, you just kind of have to overlook the fact that they're being led by a kid instead of being led by one of the adult leaders. It's a weird position there the developers were in, though, because obviously you don't want to be playing the back seat the whole time. You're playing the main character, so the main character has to have control. So
right? I mean,
I definitely get why they had to do it, but at the same time, it might have been something they wanted to reconsider in terms of the character they made you. You know,
the post-apocalyptic childhood, I think, was done really well in The Last of Us with Ellie,
Yes.
because you see her not knowing the world the way it was, and you only see her the way that she is, but they sprinkle in little bits of childhood in it. You know, like you're like in a shack, and all of a sudden she starts going, and he turns around, and is like, "The hell are you doing?" She goes, "Trying to whistle." It's like, well, yeah, I mean, a kid would do that.
Or when she talks about how she can't swim, or stuff like that.
Yeah.
yes, that is a prime example of what I would have more liked to have seen in the second season of The Walking Dead. You know,
But then again,
that is
you-
exactly how you write a post-apocalyptic child.
Yeah,
you
but
turn your back on Ellie and you see her like rodeoing, stabbing someone in the head. It's like, yeah, well, she was like 12 and she's a badass.
Yep.
But that's what she has to be. Otherwise, she'd be dead.
yeah.
Um,
All right.
anyway,
well, we're
so
gonna definitely
games for change. Yeah, games for change. I think this will all change as soon as Netflix branches out into video games, because every Netflix original series now has to have a lesbian or a gay sex scene in the first episode, possibly within the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh man,
So-
what about the orgy in that
Disney
one
Black.
show?
Unbreakable Kimmy, man.
What was that one show?
Sense8,
Huh?
Sense8, where they
Sense8.
had
Yeah.
like everybody together.
Yeah,
Um,
and they had that fucking like five person fucking orgy. That was cool.
But even in
You know what's
Jessica
funny?
Jones, like opens
I'm
like,
actually-
first 5
I'm-
minutes.
Whoa, I gotta watch this show now.
Yeah.
It's pretty
But
I
you know what's
watched
good.
funny?
both of these shows.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to not like Sense8. So here's the deal. It's not that I don't even like the concept. I love the concept. I don't like the fact that they really only show you what I wanted the show to be on the last episode. The last episode is like the epitome of what I wanted the whole show
The
to
last
be.
episode
but it's
was
like you
so
gotta get
good.
through 12 episodes first.
Well, they got to
I
do the
agree.
build up and then show everything. It
But
makes sense.
that-
It's
but
it's like
an
watching
11 or 12 episode build up. Ridiculous.
It's like watching fucking Batman Origins, and expecting The Dark Knight Rises from it.
But Origins was 2 hours. That's like sitting through 11 hours.
I don't know, man. I thought that
almost
movie
like sitting
ended like
through-
3 fucking times, and I was just like, oh, fucking just please end.
It's like sitting through 2 seasons of Lost and then finally getting to a good season.
Right? As a watch viewer, I understand that.
Well, I don't know. I thought the first season was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I did too,
Okay.
actually. Second one
Okay,
was a little
okay.
slow,
No,
but-
we're moving on, guys. We've been talking about this for a while.
Are you
so,
sure?
So, there are a couple interesting other tidbits from the Game Awards that had happened. Rock Band VR was announced. A port for Rocket League to come to the Xbox One was announced. Psychonauts 2, which is going through crowdfunding
Yay!
on
Go fund that.
Kickstarter, was announced.
Not Kickstarter. Fig.
And
Yeah, Fig, which is a distinct difference I've come to
Yeah.
learn.
And Shaq Fu, a remastered Shaq Fu was announced.
baby.
And then
Who asked for
Can of
that?
whoop-ass.
and then most interestingly, actually, the thing that kind of took the show and fucking made Reddit and Twitter rage for a while was Kojima was not allowed to attend the Game Awards to receive his fucking to receive his award for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Everybody just fucking went nuts about that. Apparently, like, Kojima had received an email telling him specifically, do not come to this, otherwise we'll have to pursue legal action.
That was
that-
Konami's lawyers.
That
who
was
sent that
nuts.
email.
Yeah, that was Konami's lawyers that sent that. Fucking Jesus, man.
I would have gone. I would have said, fuck it. I don't care.
He's still under contract through December. So
So what are they going to do?
can-
Fire him? I mean, they can cut
Well-
his severance, but I mean, he's got to have something to fall back on. It's Kojima, for God's sake.
I'm assuming that he has a lot of money tied in that decision.
It must
to,
be a good amount
to where he's contractually obligated to follow what they say until he's done, until he's released. Because I mean, if they, who knows, maybe his share from Metal Gear Solid 5 or any amount of residual income tied to these games is tied up with his contract. And if he F's it up now, he's out. So yeah, I mean, if it came to that, and I'm not sure what his contract is, but if it came to that, I'd sit out too.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
would if that were it.
Well, he has non-complete compete clause. That's essentially
Right.
what's going on. Is he's just he is not allowed to attend because he would be then working for somebody else or
Yeah.
advertising
Showing his
for somebody else.
face.
But according to Konami, he's still working for Konami. He's just
Right.
on vacation.
He's just on
so-
vacation.
Yeah.
Well, he essentially is. He's he's
So-
he's
He's in
mothballed.
timeout is what he is.
Yeah, he's in the rubber room until the end of the year.
That's what they're doing. I think they're trying to control. This all came to me just now, the way that you guys were talking. It kind of came to me. I didn't know what to think about this whole vacation thing for the longest time, and I think I just figured it out. They're trying to do this exactly because of the Game Awards. They're putting him on vacation. He's still employed by them technically, and they're doing this so they can control exactly what happens with him. He can't make other games. He can't do.
That's what
other
non-compete clause are
remakes and
about,
stuff.
though.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he's still
trying
under
to-
those, so he
Well, that's true,
even if
but
he
I mean-
wasn't employed by them, he is not allowed to make a video game right now.
But think about how it would look if they had fired him legitimately and openly, and then they go to accept an award for a game that we all know was made by him. I mean,
Yeah.
at the very least, in this case, they got to say, "Oh yeah, our employee is so happy and proud of this accomplishment." Blah 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 blah. You know.
I'm-
So
On
at
the-
least they still do that.
On the
I-
other side of that
Yeah.
coin, imagine what would happen if he got up on stage to accept his Metal Gear Solid 5 award and got up there and said, "Thank you for voting for me for this trophy. Fuck Konami, you motherfuckers. I can't believe I ever worked for you fuckers.
Oh,
and everyone
yeah.
else that's working there should come with me, and we're going to go work with this other team."
But that is
National-
I think he's
basically
professional
what
enough to not
happened.
do that.
That is basically what
Which is what
happened
happened.
without him even having to be there.
Yeah, it's really a
Fucking-
catch-22 for Konami. They have no win in
Konami
this.
basically told him not to fucking come because they didn't want to stir up controversy. They still wanted everything to fucking seem all peachy and shit. And then by him not going because them telling him not to, they then perpetuated the fact that they're a bunch of douchebags and everybody fucking raged about it. That's basically what happened. So
I think it was the lesser of two evils. On that
I would
part.
have to agree with
I
Phyrus.
mean, they
It
can
would've been
control
over-
what would happen this way. They couldn't control what would happen the other way. So yeah,
But-
I don't blame
I
them.
agree.
I don't like it, but I don't blame them.
Right.
I
I'm
haven't
with
spoken
Phyrus.
in a while, and I agree.
All right, Damien agrees. We're done.
Damien's in.
this is
We
one of
got
the hard
Damien's
parts about
buy-in.
having a
We can move
six-man
on.
show sometimes, dude.
You got to edge in,
I
man.
can't count.
For everybody that hasn't seen the picture I sent in the hangout, you should.
This
Oh,
is
man.
horrible. Is this something we have to
Wow.
link now
What the
to our
hell?
fucking YouTube
Oh
video
god.
after the fact?
Oh
How about just a
god, no.
description? A description would do.
This
Oh.
is
Oh,
Damien,
that's-
please describe. Damien.
That's not
How are you gonna
necessary.
describe that?
No.
Actually, no, Damien,
That's
please
why
do
I'm asking
describe
you to do it.
this.
It's going to be hilarious.
Okay.
This is 7 levels of awful right here.
All
It's pretty
right.
awesome.
Anybody want to talk about the other things that happened? Rock Band VR, Psychonauts 2.
Psychonauts 2.
Before we
Okay,
move on to
so
the next one.
I do want to say one thing about it, and it's not going to be on the subject you think it is about Psychonauts 2. Aside from the fact that you should all go fund it right now, through their funding method, I have come to learn what FIG is.
Mhm.
FIG is apparently a Kickstarter contender with one very interesting twist that I'm actually going to try out for this game because that's how much I believe in it. You can actually become an investor in this game instead
By
of just getting money
donating
for rewards.
$1,000, I believe.
500 actually.
500. Oh, they lowered it
So-
because it was 1,000 like 6 months ago.
Yeah, you can actually donate 500 or more. You can donate a minimum of $500 to become an actual investor and get shares of this game and end up getting revenue share when it gets released. And they say,
Wow.
I think after like 600,000 copies, if you donated 500, you break even, and then from there it's just profit. So
I think
that
the
a-
equation I read was about 2.3 mil copies, and I think you double your investment. I think that was the projection they had.
Okay, so yeah, that sounds about right. If you're doubling your investment instead of just that's
Well,
I think it's
that's all
doable.
dependent upon. I mean, if they cut it off when they hit their goal, that's one thing. But if they have people continuing to buy in, and they take the monies, then that number is going to substantially go down.
You're correct. That's why what they're doing right now is you have to reserve your shares now, and then they find out if they can get approval for this, if enough people reserve their shares, and if they do, then that number is capped off,
Oh, okay.
and then whoever reserved their shares gets them. Everyone else SOL. So I reserved some shares already for $500, and I entirely have faith that Psychonauts 2 could at the very least break me even on that, and I am really excited by the prospect of this for many other games. This is the kind of funding that's, this is why publishers existed. They existed with the concept of, hey, we'll give you money now and then we'll get our money back if your game's good. This is basically giving the power to the people to become their own large group of publishers. It's an intriguing concept, and I really hope it actually picks up. It's, in my opinion, a much cooler thing than Kickstarter.
It is. It does sound pretty awesome.
The other thing about this project is they're shooting for 3.3 mil. For Broken Age, that project before it was Broken Age, they were shooting for 1 million and it ended up with 3.3. So they're going to start as that as their baseline goal for the crowdfunding portion. But on top of that, there's 3 major investors. Tim Schafer, the major investor and creator himself, is committing a large chunk of money on top, and a couple of the other guys that are actually invested in the game. So it's not going to be made for 3.3, which is what right around what Broken Age was financed upon. So yeah, I mean, it was funny though, because this news popped out like a day or two after Highsight and I were talking about Psychonauts and
So
chat.
clearly we're gods.
It was like, what? Why didn't they ever make Psychonauts 2? It's like, that should definitely be made. And then we look at the news feeds like 2 days later. It's like, Psychonauts 2 to be released, crowdfunded. I'm like, holy shit, look at that.
We have inside info.
This is the second time this year that I've done that, by the way. I forgot what it was the other time that we called it. But
have you thought it's just because we talk about video games a lot?
It was
it
was the Metal Gear pachinko machine. That's what it was.
Oh, that was fucking very obvious, though.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember
the-
when we talked about the new Guitar Hero, and I went on a ramble about how it should be VR, and now we got Rock Band VR? That's the thing.
There you go.
You did it.
We're being monitored.
Yeah, they're
I think VR is
watching
just
us
the way
right
of the
now.
future. Yeah. See, somebody's watching.
Yeah,
What they're doing is they're monitoring Discord, and anytime we say something that's a good idea, they're like, "Fuck, we should use that."
there's gonna
That's
be
why
a
they
game
get their
out.
money.
There's gonna be a
That's why
game out
Discord's
next
free,
year
yep.
that's just this picture that I sent everybody.
Oh no. No.
No.
That should never see the light of day.
It shouldn't.
Yes.
So,
This is
can I just say that I'm so stoked that the Psychonauts 2, everybody in the Psychonauts 2 staff is completely behind it. That is the best thing, especially because it means Richard Horvitz is going to come back to do Raz. I
Mhm.
couldn't imagine anyone else playing him. It's going to be so good.
All right.
Oh, and
Well-
about Shaq Fu. Shaq Fu should never be made or remade.
I want it. I want to
If they're
play
gonna,
it.
if they're going to redo that game, the first thing they need to do is redo Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, and then they can move on to Shaq Fu.
But he's dead. So Shaq's still alive for now, so
Shaq
I'll
is
allow
brain
it.
dead, so he's like a step away.
Shaq
like-
is not brain. What are
Wow.
you talking about?
Shaq Fu. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
Did you just go a little Mr. T
I
there?
want it.
He did.
Shaq is a very intelligent individual. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
this or
sure
not.
he is.
He actually is a very good entrepreneur. That's
Yes,
his
he
specialty.
is.
The
He's
only
good.
not a
thing
very good
is, like, he
commentator,
makes
though.
a lot of money, so obviously he's doing something right.
He
I
is.
mean, let's face it. You know, everybody and their mother who loves bad games is going to buy this game. Probably
Oh,
myself
man.
included.
I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. I love bad games.
If only this game came out before our secret Satan Santa gift giveaway within the
Oh,
Heroes
We
man.
all
Hideout.
get it.
Well, that'd be unfair. Then we'd all buy it. Yeah.
Exactly. Jay, did you guys already describe that on the last show?
No, we
No.
didn't. We
No,
didn't.
actually,
We haven't talked
I,
about
was-
it yet.
I,
We should
I
probably
figured
talk
we were
about
just
this.
gonna throw it out there before the end of the show. So yeah, let's speed through the rest of these fucking notes so we can end the show.
We're gonna forget about it.
The next one is Overwatch is going on an extended break. And
They have been so weird about that beta. Everything about it has been a weird situation, honestly.
Blizzard Entertainment's closed beta for Overwatch is taking a break during the holidays. The developers announced today that the hero-based shooter beta, which launched in October, is going to be offline December 10th while Blizzard works on new game features. Doesn't say when it's going to be back up.
I don't think they know.
The hell?
They're thinking about they're looking over the test data so far,
Right.
and
So it could be a long time.
some of the questions I think they were looking for is, do we have too many player characters? Should we have more? Is there room for more? What other kind of characters should we have? Things to that.
They're gonna work out their cash shop is what's gonna happen.
Probably.
That'll probably be effective.
That's probably it.
Possibly.
Realistically, I think they might even be looking at game modes because I've heard a lot of people were very underwhelmed by the current game modes.
I
in
want to see
Overwatch.
more game modes. I want to see larger maps. I want to see more.
I was thinking about this the other day, and the amount of characters and maps that are in there. We were talking about price and characters and map is very, very similar to Rainbow Six Siege. And yeah, I was just thinking about how there's a parallel there because they have no single player game mode in Siege either, and they're selling that for $60.
So
I mean, they have similar replayability, I guess.
So I just want to say I hate that this is starting to be a trend.
Here he goes.
No, like I'm not.
We don't.
I'm not gonna.
I didn't mean to dredge this up. I'm sorry.
Can we talk about this? Let's talk about this.
I'm not gonna go off the fucking rails or anything. I just want to
He's gonna
say
go
that
off the
like I
rails.
hate.
I'm going to time you. You have 2 minutes max. Go.
I hate this is starting to become a trend where everybody
grab my
thinks it's
wine.
okay to just fucking release a game that's basically half of a game and charge full price still. I mean, I know games are more expensive, but you have a larger fucking amount of possible players now, and that kind of makes up for it. And then also the fact that we have cash shops and stuff like that in games, which if you're selling like cosmetics, it's not too fucking terrible. It is what it is. It's the day one shit that everybody gets mad about, so don't do that, but when you fucking take a game, release a couple multiplayer game modes, and the only thing is that it is a fucking like arena based shooter or something like that, and you charge $60 for that, that's kind of fucking stupid. Battlefront did that. Battlefront, I mean, sure, it's kind of fun, but it doesn't have Star Wars Battlefront. It doesn't have legs to keep that shit going. Overwatch is going to be doing this. There's a lot of games that have been doing this. Evolve, which I got
Overwatch
for $15.
isn't charging $60 though.
It was when it came out.
Just for a console.
Or
Overwatch hasn't been released yet.
Overwatch, yeah. Overwatch for console is going to be $60, which fucking console sales usually are about the same amount as PC sales, even on games that used to be only PC fucking only. We talked about this before. Diablo 3.
30 seconds, Knock.
Diablo 3 sold on consoles almost as much as it did on PC, and it had never been on fucking consoles beforehand. So that shows you that there's a fucking gigantic market for PC or for console players. I don't know. That's my shtick. It's just I find it dumb.
See, I used to be on your side. I used to hate the fact. I got it. I'll get you afterwards. 2 minutes on the clock. So
Now you get one.
I used to be on your side where I didn't like the fact that you could sell half a game for full price. But the thing of it is, we were talking about this in Discord chat a couple weeks ago about this of when Battlefront was coming out, and Hatter, Orange Hatter, came up with a good description of what he feels is value, and he multiplies it out for hours played, and he equates that to a movie. So if you go to a movie, 2-hour movie, say, and it cost you $12, it's like 6 hours, $6 per hour. So if you play a game for 10 hours, that's a full price game. If you have a multiplayer game like Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, or Evolve, and you play it for more than 10 hours, you got your fair value for that game.
If you have real quick. Hold on.
He has 20 seconds, damn it.
Let him fucking complete. He's got 20 seconds.
All right.
We gave you your 2
presidential
minutes.
debate time.
If you have a single player game that has just a single, not a tutorial, a run through,
10 seconds.
a campaign, you can play that, but your gameplay is limited unless you replay it, and some games don't have replayability. So I would say you probably get more value from a game that has multiplayer in it. Granted, you get more value from a game that has both multiplayer and campaign, but who's to say that that game should be worth more than $60 than just
Okay,
being
my
sold
turn.
at
No,
$60?
I'm going.
No,
I'm
no,
fucking
no,
rebuttal.
you've had
No,
your chance,
this
now my
directly
rebuttal.
fucking
Now,
this
motherfuckers,
directly goes
please,
to what he's
motherfuckers.
saying.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
with let Naki get his rebuttal real quick.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
All right.
you have
So,
10 seconds.
so you said this equates out to fucking going to go watch a movie for full price, and
boy.
it's essentially you're getting your price out of that. Now, this is it being multiplayer only is kind of like paying full price to go see a movie, but it's be the same fucking 3-minute scene over and over and over and over again for fucking 2 hours. That's essentially
people
what a
buy
multiplayer
DVDs.
only game is.
You
So
don't
you're
think
not-
every
you're
match
not
is different?
paying-
I disagree.
How the hell is that your logic?
You have the human
It's
element
just-
included in multiplayer. It's not
the human
it's not
element
exactly every
is-
single time.
But that
And
only
there's
goes so fucking
commentating.
far. If
Well, it depends on the game now, doesn't it?
Isn't that the
It-
same thing as saying it's the same if it was a single player only game? It's the exact same thing every single time.
it is the same thing every fucking single time, but you're at least you're
Not
getting
if it's
about 8 hours
randomized.
out of it.
Not if it's randomized like
I got
a
this.
roguelike.
I got this. Okay, multiplayer games are starting to realize that you need an offline mode. You can go play with bots. I can play with bots as long as I want to, and that means I can play with bots as long as I want to. It'll be different every fucking time,
That's
unlike the single
okay.
player, which is the same damn time every
You're
fucking
being
time.
awfully
Loopy.
mellow.
I am.
Yeah.
Let
Did you
me,
just
all right,
feel
let me
like that
throw.
wine?
I got something really quick to say. I feel like people are ignoring the stated value of games within their genre, and that's what Naki's trying to say. But at the same time, that doesn't mean it's
Oh, wait.
bad. As long as the content's good and you enjoy it, then buy the game. The worth of a game is based on your own personal preference, not based on other games in that genre.
Damn it,
If
Damien,
you
that is
don't wanna
exactly
pay
what
more
I
for
was
the
going
game,
to say.
That's fine.
I didn't get that out of what
That
Naki was saying
is
at
my
all.
rebuttal. If you don't want the game, don't get the game. If you want the
Wait.
game, get the game. If you
Here's-
think it's
here's the
worth
deal.
it, get it.
Let me
Yeah.
jump
I
in
don't
here.
think time is a good
Let me
good
finish.
qualifier
Can
for
I-
price, but
But here's,
Because
You
I
have
was
to-
next to Phyrus. Shut up,
God damn
Norgoz.
it.
It's my
Fucking
turn.
hey, just let me say this before I forget it. It's gonna okay.
Fine.
10
Can I
seconds.
just do this?
10 seconds.
The game, okay, whether it's multiplayer or single player, it doesn't matter. As long as it's got a transgender fucking main character, okay?
All right,
That's
you're
what it
not,
has
you're not
to
allowed
be.
to talk
Perfect.
anymore,
I regret
guys.
letting you speak.
I'll
Hashtag
cut you.
change.
I'll cut you so bad.
Can we mute him?
Anyways, it's a the other argument that is posed is quality versus or content versus quality. The amount of do you want more content or do you want better quality or more time spent testing your game and making sure it's bug free and having a good launch versus just going, here's everything, good luck, you can be our beta testers.
Boom.
Well, I mean
Hasn't that been
that's-
happening for years, regardless, no matter what fucking genre we're talking about?
Yeah, that's regardless of first person shooters or just multiplayer only or multiplayer and campaign. I mean that's just common sense that should go along. That's a separate discussion. But I think when Hatter was equating that for value of a game, that was his metric. That if you get essentially the amount of enjoyment out of a game that equates to $6 an hour, then it's of equal value as watching a movie. If you don't like watching movies, that value may be less than that. And I'm sure there's lots of movies that we've gone to see that was not worth $6 an hour. I can think of a few off the top of my head. But I don't think the fact that game developers are now releasing multiplayer-only games and pulling them at full price is a problem. Of course, I'm a cheap bastard. I'd love to see games that go cheaper, but I don't think the fact that they're multiplayer only should disqualify them from selling them at full price.
Yes,
Right. I mean, look. I mean, it's a really bad analogy, but look at old SNES cartridges. Some of those carts used to sell for $70.
Well, that was because Nintendo controlled the price on cartridges.
I mean,
Yeah,
Star Fox opened up at like $80. Star Fox 64.
To be fair, Star Fox had specialized hardware in it.
And
So
Star
they're
Fox
willing to pay for
64
that.
is a bomb-ass game.
Rumble
So,
pack.
I mean,
Rumble pack.
But that
But
was
it-
also
go-
back then. That was for its time.
That was long ago.
Them
Well, you could-
releasing
you
that
could
same
say-
game and then charging that price now would not fucking fly now.
Well, I mean, if you take
but
like
it
Star
kinda
Wars
does.
Battlefront, for example, not only do you have to pay for the license, right there, that's a huge chunk for
Mhm.
LucasArts license or Disney license. Sorry,
Disney. Sort of Disney.
Well, Disney's been very receptive lately
It's
to ever since
so-
Kingdom Hearts. I've been receptive to video games and big publishers doing their thing with their license. So I'm sure they give them some kind of a discount.
Star
to make
Wars has a license for fucking everything, man. I played like 3 goddamn Star Wars mobile phone games last week. Trust me,
You
like
make it sound like that's a bad
I,
thing. I love Star Wars.
So
and
do
I'm
I.
not,
remember
I'm
when
not
we had
saying
like
that
this.
it's. I'm not saying
doesn't
that
mean that
them
it's
talk
cheap to
show
produce.
that did
for
the
it.
news.
I want to dial us back to Overwatch. I
Can
would
we-
like
Okay.
to do that.
I would like
Because how we
to
were
talk
talking
about
about-
other news.
I
I
would
had
like
no
I
idea
would
what
like
we
to
were
dial back
talking
for
about.
just a moment because when we talk about the games and setups and whatnot, there were basically two game modes. Pretty sure
Right.
just two. You had defenders and attackers, okay? And it was cool
That's
because you
one
had the
game
defenders you could set up like defenses for like 45 seconds before the attackers were on the field and were able to leave their base. That's fine. And you have a payload that you have to stop them from getting into your base or vice versa. Then you have the other one, which is basically capture. And I don't remember what what it was called, but
It's capture and hold. It's a
Capture and
point
hold.
capture.
yeah, once you capture one point though, that's it. You're done. You move on to the next point. They can't recapture the old point. It doesn't work that way. So
Right, it's
whoever
like
gets to
objective.
one point, yeah, it's objective capturing. So you capture one objective, you move to the next one. I had a game that was over in less than 60 seconds because our team just went to the capture points and it was gone. It was done.
Yeah, that's just called
OP.
bad balancing. That's
was-
again why they're probably shutting down for right now.
So there definitely needs to be some balance with that, and definitely I would like to see more game modes, more bigger maps. I want to see more. I want to see one that's just completely all out destruction and warfare. That's what I want to see.
Well,
what
I
I'm-
mean,
Uh,
see,
there
On a
won't be
team
one of
deathmatch. I doubt you'll get that.
Yeah,
the
that's not
good
happening.
You know,
the good news is, Norgoz, that if you don't want to wait for Overwatch, Battleborn and Paragon from Epic Games, which just released a
Battleborn.
trailer
I
today.
can't talk about Battleborn.
Wow, the subtlety, Norgoz.
Is it a surprise that Battleborn's been out for testing? I mean, I think we
Right.
can all talk about Battleborn because it's been plastered
looks
all
cool.
over every
It
news
did
site.
have that open. Wait, was it open? No, it wasn't.
I'm
It was
just gonna say it was
closed.
boring as fuck.
Damn it. I
Was it?
agree.
Yeah.
You know another multiplayer game that
Same
only
one?
has 2 game modes about and is
Are you-
just kind of
Did you say
repetitive.
Rainbow Six?
That just won best multiplayer game.
Oh, Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Splatoon only has like 2 ranked game modes and 1 versus game mode.
And
But
what's the price
the thing
point
about
on
That's an
that?
addictive game.
But the thing about it is that their normal versus game mode is incredibly unique. So
Okay.
for people listening to the show, I'm making a face and raising my hands in a
A face. He's making
Kinda.
a face, guys. Just so you know.
Yeah, and
Face,
raising
I
my
mean,
hands in a
And raising his hand.
I'm-
It looks like he's
think-
constipated,
I have
but,
Yeah.
just
I
a
think he just sharded.
I just have a hypothetical question for you guys.
You look like Wayne from Wayne's
Damien,
World.
you need to calm
So-
down.
So let's say that Heroes of the Storm. Take Heroes of the Storm right now, the game that it is. Heroes, all of the maps, everything that's in it right now. What if the version that we have this very second never came out before, but it released now for $60? Do you think that game would sell well at all?
No, because the model doesn't work off of that. So the
Okay.
model doesn't work
Conducive
at
for
all.
MOBA.
I see where this
Yeah.
is going.
Okay, well, so if that model doesn't work for that, then why does it work for an arena shooter?
because it is.
Yeah,
Because it
because it's
does.
working.
Because all the other
People
arena
are
shooters
playing
are
one
working
Why?
that way.
It's very simple. As I understand it, they have 25 characters, and that's it. They're not going to add other characters. They're not going to add characters
Bullshit.
periodically, like
talking about Overwatch?
Bullshit. Overwatch? Yeah, they're gonna release
Yeah, they're
fucking
gonna add
characters.
more.
They're gonna have a
I
fucking
would
cash
expect
shop.
them to, but from that
They already have skins.
They
and
already
a
have a
cash
cash
shop
shop.
set up.
Well,
Yeah.
you get skins, yeah.
No, but here's the deal. The reason it can work for Heroes of the Storm, or it can't work for Heroes of the Storm, but can work for Overwatch, is because Heroes of the Storm is defined to take on League of Legends, and there is no competition for Overwatch right
TF2 is the closest
now.
fucking
No,
thing.
not even close.
No, I agree. There is a strong comparison between the two.
There
They
is
even
a strong
have the same
comparison.
game modes. However, there's a lot more characters and a lot more unique play styles available.
The problem
Yeah.
is TF2 isn't as team-based as you might think. One player can carry the entire thing, whereas Overwatch
Highsight
is actually very
disagree.
team-based.
Highsight is called
Disagree.
Team Fortress.
Have you
You're
played
telling me it's
Reinhardt
not
or
team
any of the
based?
tanks?
As a long
one
time
person can
veteran
carry all of
TF2 player,
Overwatch.
I will tell you right
Hello,
now that one
I've been playing it
teammate
since
can
it came out
carry.
too. You can carry a whole team in Overwatch as well as one character. I've seen it done and I've done it. So, and Norgoz even said his team won in 60 seconds. That means one person just walked to the objective while everybody else fought on the front. That's all it
All right.
takes.
I have a second comeback to that also is there is at the moment, it's
Second
coming
coming.
soon. I know this, but at the moment there is no TF2 competitive scene whatsoever. They are working their asses off
isn't.
to make one, but it doesn't exist.
Okay, well, who's to
Okay,
say
how
the
is that
competitive scene for
there's a
Overwatch is
competitive-
actually going to be anything? Because
Thank you.
we have learned in the past, because of Firefall, that when you push for something to be fucking competitive, it does not mean that it is going to be
Yes.
competitive. You
Except
have to let
Firefall
that.
was mismanaged as fuck, as we all know.
It was
And Overwatch
mismanaged
is
as
run by
fuck,
Blizzard,
but you
which
have
has a
to let the
history of doing
community
things
actually
correctly.
decide whether it's going to be a game that is competitive and works
But Knock,
competitive.
you don't understand. They already
And-
have a built-in community. This is the Blizzard community. They'll have no problem making this a competitive
Yeah,
game.
because Heroes of the Storm is really, really working out for him in that fucking scene.
Pretty awesome.
It actually kind of is.
It's not when you compare it to the ones that it's trying to go up against.
I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
but all
I
the
think
other
they're
games have
pretty successful.
existed for much
It's
longer.
their
than
strongest
Heroes
in
of
the
the Storm.
esports community.
Yeah, I would
For
argue
Blizzard.
that you are completely wrong, Nakiato. Sorry.
I don't think
Dude.
Overwatch will have a strong competitive scene. At least I doubt it will compete
Not
anywhere
initially.
near like Heroes of the Storm or most other MOBAs.
No, but for
I-
the genre it is, though. That's the thing. For the
I
genre
bet you
it is.
money that
I'm
Blizzard
skeptical.
is going to push this on like TV and have it televised and stuff like that, and it has a chance of getting big.
Exactly.
Overwatch? I don't
Yeah.
know. For me it doesn't have any watching value.
If
But
they
for
put it
the-
on TV, I
It's on
mean,
Twitch TV. I mean,
I mean,
people
like,
watch it.
Yeah,
Blizzard
like,
has the money to do that. So
I mean, Heroes of the Dorm,
Get
wasn't
that
that
Blizzard money.
televised?
Heroes of the Dorm?
Yeah. Heroes
Yeah,
of
it
the
was
Yeah.
on
Storm.
ESPN.
It's on ESPN.
Yeah, that was televised. So I could see them making their way on TV with that.
I think it all depends on the spectator mode that they can develop for it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
You have
MOBAs
to
are
make it
easy.
camera.
MOBAs are friendly. I should say easy. MOBAs are friendly to shoutcasting because you
Yes.
can see the map. You see the mini map, and you can see portions of the map. If
Yep.
you're a good team that can do it, and Riot does it great in their coverages, you can capture most elements, and they do replays and everything like that, and they dissect team fights to slow it down and show you actually what happened. They do a great job doing that. If Overwatch can develop some type of camera angle or camera control to give a spectator that feeling where you can witness parts of the map from afar, yet be able to see them close enough to appreciate what's going on, I think they would be very successful. I've never watched a CSGO tournament, but from watching players stream it, it looks pretty boring because you only see it from one point of view, or at kill cam. But still, I think it all depends on what they can come up with for a spectator mode.
The trick is they
to
have to
push that
set
game.
up an automated system that'll be able to catch the action as it happens. Because if one thing gets missed on the camera, what was the point? You missed
Right.
the action.
Yeah,
So, and
I-
arguably, that was actually League of Legends' biggest weak point for a long, long time. Eventually, they got around to making, I think I called it Camera 2.0 or something, and that kicked it into gear. That really helped with the esports community in
Yeah.
terms of watchability.
Hooray! Ironing the ceiling.
All right. Well, it's time to move on. That was a much longer conversation than it needed to be.
Yes, I'm sorry that we have opinions.
But
Yeah.
it was a good conversation.
Yeah,
Right?
fucking
Have
kidding me.
so many
Positive.
people.
We didn't kill everybody. We didn't kill each other. It's okay.
And you're
Nobody
still
cared.
wrong.
All right. I kind of don't think we should bring this next one up because we could literally talk about this next one for like half an hour, and
I don't
we're
even know what our, I
almost.
don't even know what our topics are. I'm apparently looking at the wrong fucking site.
Probably, yeah. We have a new test. We have a new show note page.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, just saying.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
That's fantastic. That explains everything.
You're welcome.
Yeah, somebody.
Oh, we already talked about the next one pretty much.
Thanks.
Yeah, in some ways we did, but we didn't specifically talk about Dead or Alive 3, and that's
you
kind of what this one's about.
To say the news about
here.
it and then just be done with it because we don't really need to talk about it.
I will keep my mouth shut if you guys will.
I have one thing to say about it, and it's not what you think. So, but go ahead.
All right, man. Fuck it. I will go ahead and say it. Dead or Alive 3. There was some drama over Dead or Alive 3. Dead or Alive 3 has been confirmed that it is not coming to America. On Facebook, somebody asked on Facebook, and the developer said specifically, no, it's not coming. And they said because of all
SJW.
Social justice warriors.
They didn't specifically say social justice warriors. That was the import company that is now going to be shipping the game to America through imports. Play Asia is going to be doing that. They said because of research into I forgot what it's about. Basically, like the whole feminism movement that's going on here.
Well, the quote that he says is like it's garbled English.
Yeah.
But he basically says like because of the feminism and social justice thing in America, we're just going to not deal with that controversy and we're just going to avoid it.
Yeah, and then because of that, Play Asia came out and they were like, hey, since you're not going to be able to get the game through fucking normal means in America, we're going to import it for you. Darn those social justice warriors. And then fucking just everybody lost their shit, including some people that are currently editors at like IGN and Game whatever. Can't remember. GameSpot, yeah. So yeah.
Well, okay, my opinion on
licensing.
I was gonna go because I said I had an opinion on it, and it wasn't what you think it is. I think it's stupid. I think it's hella stupid. This is the opposite of what these people supposedly want. Mm-hmm. You want to have diversity, while keeping what you have. And part of diversity is having these games where you got titties. Fucking give me the titties, okay? I mean, like, can I not have like a game where there's a trans person or whatever, or a female main character, and like, okay, and going back, not really care that that's the case, and then also have a game where I got titties? Because that feels like diversity in America to me. I want the titties and the other stuff. Give me the titties.
No, Norgoz, not yours.
There's my opinion.
All right, I will say this about it. It's short. Don't worry. I got something real short to say about it. Who cares? I mean, let's face facts. Dead or Alive has never been popular in the United States compared to
Actually, it is.
It has been pretty popular.
Street Fighter and even Tekken. In some regards.
Not comparing it to that, no. But I mean, like comparing it to just sales figures in general, it does pretty well.
It sells better in the U.S. than it does in the other countries, actually.
But sadly, that doesn't say much for it. I mean, it's never been a super popular game compared to other fighters. Everybody knows Street Fighter. Everyone knows like Smash, but
I don't know, man. I say fucking Dead or Alive to people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Dead or Alive, the booby game."
But have they actually played it?
The volleyball game, right? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, but people know it. A lot of people know it.
But have they bought it?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It still has fucking word of mouth, man. People know about it.
It matters to the publishers. You bought it. Okay, that's one.
I bought it.
I bought the DS version. That's the only one I ever played.
I bought most
like
of
every one of them.
Jeez.
I'm just saying that they cut out their highest selling region and
I
that's
didn't
kind of a
realize they
big
sold
deal.
better in America. That's a pity for them.
Dude, DOA for me
That's
is
a big deal.
Yeah,
Dead
that
or
sucks.
Alive to me is more important than Street Fighter. I said it. To
You
me,
just
Dead
like
or Alive
titties.
is more
Just
important
'cause
to
of the
me.
Have
titties,
you
guys.
seen
No,
the
it's not
fucking
just-
physics they put in this game? It looks
The
really
physics is
good.
pretty awesome. But the thing is,
I
no,
play
it's-
it.
I like
what
that
physics?
as a fighter.
Which
better
physics in
than-
particular?
The jiggle
Nakiato?
fucking
that.
physics, man. The
Uh,
jiggle
Import
physics.
it because
Physics.
you don't need
I'm
to
actually-
read anything in that game. Just
He
import
just
it.
likes it because of science, man. He's just a really big science nut.
I love
Physics in
the
particular.
science, man. It's so good.
Just so physically satisfying.
It is physically satisfying, actually.
Yeah, I don't
You're
see
satisfying physically.
I don't see why they're not shipping. I mean, because
Yeah.
how much does it cost to ship this game? If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. If they get backlash because of this game,
It's in a country you don't care about, obviously.
what
The
the,
way
hell
I
do
see
they
it-
care?
Well, apparently they do
Yeah.
care about it.
Well, why do
I
they care
mean-
about social justice warriors? If people want to buy it, they're gonna buy it. Just because somebody out there is going, "Oh no, you're a terrible person because you support this."
I mean,
that's
It
no
goes
reason.
back to they think people are stupid. They think people aren't going to realize, oh, they don't actually have a Dead or Alive Extreme 3 game. Oh, okay. They didn't make it. They decided it was too unjust to make because it put females in a bad light. Good for them. Oh, golly gee willikers. Oh, I can't believe it. They're so cool.
I mean,
Nargas,
What the hell was that?
Nargas, I appreciate your social justice warrior impersonation.
Yeah, that was
I
pretty good. I
guess.
like that.
so here's my point.
Ooh-wee.
I mean, this developer, this isn't the first beach volleyball game that they've developed with this franchise.
Yeah, I know.
So
Right.
what new damage are they going to do to their company by releasing this that they haven't already done?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
the graphics are better now, and I'm sure the physics are better. So you
More
know,
realistic.
But I mean-
it's because it's more real now. They're like, oh, we're actually showing some nearly real boobies that are actually still pixels.
But
Those
look
are
at
freaking lines.
look at Eidos. They're still receiving shit for the boxy, pixelated, horrible polygon tits on Lara Croft, the original one from Tomb Raider.
I mean,
They're still getting shit from that.
And guess
but-
what?
okay,
People are
but
still
what,
buying their
what,
games.
What if they had the ability for that not to happen for them? What if they had the chance
cat's
to
already
cut
out of the
that off
bag.
at the head? You know, but that's the thing.
They're
Like,
already known as the
we're
guys that
we're in a
alive,
shitty
so-
time where fucking there are YouTubers and there are people like Arnita Sarkeesian making videos to specifically highlight
Anita Sarkeesian.
Sarkeesian. We have these
Okay.
people
I need a
making
Sarkeesian after
videos
that.
specifically to highlight shit like this happening in video games nowadays, and then causing a fucking shitstorm of emails and whatnot going to these developers. And then it's also not just these YouTubers that are doing it as well. It's also people that work for the fucking news media outlets like IGN and whatnot. Like fucking, as much as I love Greg Miller, he's gone out and he's supported Anita Sarkeesian by
Oh, God.
doing fucking videos with her. And then also like
kind of videos?
Mitch Dieter from fucking IGN, the guy that gave Heroes of the Storm, or yeah, HOTS fucking a 6.5, which he made fun of me on Twitter because I fucking made fun of him and I got
still need to
the
go
number
back
wrong.
and look
But
at that.
but you know, these people are perpetuating the whole fucking the issue here and making companies not even want to touch America because of it, and that's bad because that's censorship. Just
Yeah, so
no matter how
here's-
you fucking look at it, that's censorship because you're bitching so hard that nobody wants to fucking touch out here if it's going to be a controversial game.
And to them,
Here's-
that's a win. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the irony about those videos that she makes featuring these horrible videos. I wonder how many horny guys watch her videos just to watch the clips from these video games that she's trying to fight against that culture, yet she's getting all these hits and views from these types of people that are completely opposite. They're just muting her and
That's
watching
why I
the clip
just ignore
anyway.
her. Just ignore her, really. She'll go away.
My
Nope,
main
but she
problem
won't.
with her.
She's got too much steam behind her, unfortunately.
No, not anymore, really. I mean, I personally don't hear anything about her anymore, aside from when we talk about her. What's the last
Yeah.
real thing you heard about her?
I watch
me
a lot of
too.
YouTube videos, and she's brought up pretty fucking regularly, actually.
Yeah, but you do that on purpose, though. Like,
Yeah, you actively
you
search out.
actively search out that stuff. So I mean,
I don't try to, but yes, it's on my feed
being
because
subscribed is
He's like
trying
a
to.
he's like a flagellating monk. You know,
I mean, at this point, YouTube thinks that you like anything tagged with a Neo Sarkeesian on it. That's just the algorithm at work. I mean,
Yeah.
you have seeked her out so regularly. That's what's happened.
gonna get a-
that's me just doing fucking good research for this show, and then you go figure it fucks me. My
I just
goddamn
chose to stop
YouTube.
drinking the poison.
God damn
You
it.
can't. It tastes so good.
But yeah, I mean, I'm literally looking at her wiki page right now, and the last thing I see anything about her doing in culture was in January of 2015. She went on Nightline. That is the last major event she had.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
Well,
because it's not
okay,
just about her anymore.
So it's gone past that. People are still
Exactly.
talking about her because of things that she is planning, but then drops out of because there have been threats to her life, and then she causes a big scene because she likes to play the fucking victim. And she also you know what the last thing that she went
But
to.
knock.
The
I wanna
last
psych
thing,
for a sec. Just
the
by
last
doing what
thing
you're
that
doing
she
right
went
now,
to.
just by doing what you're doing right now, you're perpetuating her.
I
You know
am,
that.
I am, but this annoys me. The last thing that she did was she went to the UN
He doesn't get it.
and she spoke with what's her face at the UN about fucking online harassment.
Ugh.
And that was a month and a half ago, two months ago at the most.
I'm gonna.
So she's
all I'm
still
gonna
doing
say is
shit.
Team.
She wants to play the victim, and yet she wants to also play the spot of the strong-willed woman that's fighting against this all horrendous, awful, bad stuff. You can't be both. Either you're a victim, or you are not. That's
I want to say I'm going to stop talking at this point.
Remember
because I
when
don't
we
like
said
probably
we
should
weren't
too,
going to
but
talk
it
about
it
this,
irritates
and then I
me.
had like a
right?
quick point to make,
Right.
and I thought
I'm
we
done.
would
We
be
did.
done, but
It starts with
I'm
Damien.
sorry.
Damien
I'm
did this.
sorry. I'm
It was
sorry,
Damien.
everybody. I didn't want to delve into this.
I
I just
blamed-
wanted to say
blamed
that I had
Damien.
an opinion that you guys might not think that I wanted the
And
titties, but I do
I
want
am
the titties.
very,
and then
I
we
am
went on
very
this side
proud of
tangent.
you
We
for
all want the
having that.
titties. We all want the titties. I think we can
I
all
just
say,
think I think it's
Yo,
stupid.
as a team, as a group, this is a
We
team-building
all think it's
relationship experience.
stupid.
We want the titties. I'm pretty sure that it's safe to say
We're
we want the
okay with that.
titties. That's our
I'm
opinion
down
as a
with that.
group. We want the titties.
I want a Leisure Suit Larry game that
That'd be great. I heard the Leisure Suit Larry part, and then your voice cut out.
It cut out, yeah.
But I want
So
it.
I want to see a Leisure Suit Larry game that actually shows some of that again, like the originals kind of did. But like I saw some guys playing like the recent one, and it was horrible. It was horrible. He played like his cousin or something like that, or his nephew. It was
Whoa.
horrible.
Was this a
Horrible.
Kentucky game about
Leisure
Kentucky?
Suit Larry's like an old
Where I grew up.
alcoholic in a broken down shack, and his
Actually, it's
his
quite the
nephew comes
opposite.
up-
He's like a $1 million like movie producer or something like that, and you're like
Oh.
a schmo that just graduated from college or dropped out of college, like fetching coffee and stuff.
I
Drop
just
your
I just
college
was
in a
thinking
minute.
like the nephew comes in, he's like, "Hey uncle, I'm trying to get some poo-tang." He's like, "Yep, that's what I do. You get it. Here's some $20. Go get some hookers or something like that."
That game was actually pretty fucking funny when I played it back in the
Wow.
day.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
Anyway.
and the thing is, I wasn't even like, oh my god, I need to fucking wank it right now. I watched it and I was like, it's actually kind of funny because it just pokes
Just-
fun at the culture. Like that's all it's
Wait.
doing, you
Just
know.
wait
Just
for
like
Honey
Honey
Pop for that.
Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Honey Pop.
But yeah,
Oh, Honey Pop.
all right.
So I love
No.
the Honey Pop.
No.
Dev. I love the Dev. I love them. Let me tell you why. They
Mute
just-
him.
Don't mute me, for fuck's sake. Just follow them on Twitter. Honey
We were
Pop
so close.
Dev. Just follow them.
They
on Twitter.
do- they do
say
post
some of
a
the
lot of funny
funniest
shit.
Somebody asked them about the pronunciation of Honey Pop. Is it Hooney Pop or Honey Pop? Please, my friend and I had a debate about this. What is it? And he responds back and he says, "People who pronounce our game name as Hooney Pop are the reason that ISIS wants to kill us." I can't make this shit up.
That's so fucked up.
So I
it's
retweet
funny.
it and I say, "Thanks, Obama."
That's really horrible. I'm sorry. I feel bad about laughing about that. but
So do
that's-
I. So do I. Those shootings and everything that's happened, that's such a terrible fucking thing. But man, that is really funny. Okay, without further ado, I think we should end the show. I'm just going to skip the PlayStation Experience stuff. If you don't know about the PlayStation Experience that just happened, go watch all of the fucking trailers that came out and whatnot. There's a lot of cool shit that came out from that.
It was
Like,
the ultimate gaming experience.
Like the
was
fucking
the ultimate
gameplay
gaming
of Final Fantasy VII. Holy shit, does that game look good? Oh, man. Yeah, I want to play it. But yeah, so, keep an eye out for all of us and our channels and so on and so forth. Linked down in the description below, because we're going to be doing some really fun shit sometime this month. We're all going to be doing a Secret Santa. So we have drawn names for each other from a bag o' names, and whoever we got these names for, we have to actively seek the worst fucking game on Steam for them. And it's gonna be fucking great. We're gonna put up YouTube videos of the playthroughs of these games, so if you want to watch that, just keep an eye out. We'll let you know when those go up. And yeah, it's time to get out of here. Goodbye and good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night and good luck.
Bye.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Goodbye, everybody. I love you.
Cookie crumbles.
Get to the chopper. Eat it now. Get down.
Oh God, no. Okay, I'm muting you now.
Oh,
Goodbye.
like
Norgoz likes fat dicks.